Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It's day 2 of RPG A Day 2021. And our main prompt for today is the word map. We also have, I think, senses and plan and voice as alternate words. But I'm going to talk about map. And I'm going to talk about a really positive experience I had with a map. A map. Because RPG A Day is about positivity. And so, playing the game recently, my friend Eloy was running this for his daughter and for Jose and myself, and he had a map of something that's, something that many people probably watching this channel would know what it was. But I really didn't know very much about this particular map. Didn't know too much about this established game world. And he did this really cool thing to kind of give us all some information about the map, about what we were doing, about the lore of the place, some major, things that history, things that people would know, to give us a lot more context. And how he did this was through a couple of NPCs. There was one NPC was a sage, and then his manservant, for lack of a better word, who was kind of just an accessory and kind of cool for some humor. But this guy, the sage himself, was very loquacious, very long-winded, tended to go off on tangents, like somebody you might know. And so playing this NPC using a voice, coming up with some cool personalities for these characters, he was able to explain to us what's going on, to give us information about the map, pointing back and forth here and there, and this is where this particular item was said to have gone and taken by whom and what happened here and there. And it was very long-winded. Our characters were getting a bit exasperated with, him just not getting to the point. However, we weren't, because it was entertaining, it was engaging, and what he was doing was giving us some information about the map, giving us information about the various areas, the relevance of these areas, the relevance of the items, a bit of history. Because when we look at maps in role-playing games, very often they can be very daunting. Learning a new campaign, learning a new setting, new world can sometimes, it seems like an awful lot. In fact, I have a video way back in my catalog talking about that. However, Eloy did this, great thing in kind of making that a lot easier. He knew this stuff and was able to convey this information to us in a way that was really natural. It was an info dump, and it's been an info dump several times, but it's an entertaining info dump. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and it makes learning the setting a lot easier. It makes learning that map a lot easier. And so these locations on the map, rather than just being words or names, or that's a forest, or that's some mountains, they become relevant, and we start to understand what they are. So it's a really, really cool way that he did that. And it was a really positive experience. It made jumping into that setting and learning that setting a lot easier. And so, yeah, that's a positive experience I had, man. What about you? Tell me about it.